but Big J Too Lit, and I'm in the building with my boy M West. I know a lot of people may know him, and some people may not, but I tell you what, this guy right here, he may not know it, but I look up to him. This guy is great, man. This guy is great. Yo, he's great on a microphone. He's good with communication. Yo, I just, one thing that caught me was when I seen him on TikTok and I was like, yo, his camera is crisp. I was like, and he's talking really good stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let me follow this guy and see what he's all about. And I would watch more and more TikToks. And the next thing you know, I seen him live on Twitch. I was like, you know what? Let me just pull up in there and see what he's about for real, real. Went in there, welcomed me. Really great guy. So I'll let him introduce himself, man. Mr. M West in the building. Let's go.
Hey, now what a time to start to get stream shy, right? So I'm M West, like Big J mentioned, and thank you for having me on your show, first of all, right? And this isn't our first time streaming and getting together. We did something a while back with the '06 Radio, Sainted Whisper, and I thought that was really fun. And so I'm looking for another opportunity when we can engage with them again, because I thought that podcast was amazing, right? They're all friends of mine now, and I try to follow their content as much as possible. So a little bit about me. I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot more just chatting than anything else, and then games are secondary on my channel. I like to get to know people, have interesting conversations. Sometimes we're trolling, sometimes we're debating about food, but I'm really heavy on engagement and making sure that people feel welcome and heard. And sometimes my conversations will shift from cultural topics to, mental health and things like that. Are you feeling good? How are you treating other folks? Things like that. And I'm a husband, father of two, and I'm on the older side. So if your first time seeing me, I'm up in the 40s, right? So I'm an older dude
Listen,
who just started to stream during COVID, and I've been enjoying it, and I've been able to uh, build sort of a community, and my network of friends just keeps growing. And Big J is a great friend, even though he might be shy. He's someone that once I met him, he welcomed me with open arms. His community has been great. Discord is always popping, and Big J has just been a positive force, and he brings people together. I don't think he gets enough credit, and he's just an amazing human being. And thank you for having me. And I'm ready to talk about tonight's topic, man.
hey man, I just wanted to say off the rip, you look younger than me. I look older than you. Okay, I can't believe you hit me with that shocker, yo. Like, no way,
Hey yo,
no way, man.
yeah.
But I had a good time, man. The podcast that we did with Saint
Mhm.
Whisper and '06 Chris, man, it was great. Stream Kings, that was a good one. I definitely think that
Yeah,
we should bring that back, man. And I know when the time presents itself, I know we'll all be ready for that one. I know
yeah,
saying that I talked to him a couple of times and I felt like after we did that podcast, it kind of opened his eyes
yeah,
to different podcasts. So like he's open to do more podcasts and talk about different things. And I'm kind of glad that I did that because honestly, uh I know streaming is cool and everything, but I feel like podcast is where it's at. I feel like that's
yeah.
my cup of tea right there. Like that's my baby right there. So like
Mhm.
if I can get more people on this podcast movement, I think it'll be good for everybody because I mean it opens doors like it I guess you would say presents opportunities to other streamers. Like it'll kind of be like, okay, well, that's what it's about. It don't seem bad. Let
Yeah,
me give it a go. You know,
yeah,
so people talk about it, their experiences, whether it's streaming, whether it's on different platforms or just different things like that. And I think that is what people need to hear. People need to hear more opportunities and just how things kind of go and flow, and it'll kind of give
yeah.
them the idea to want to try different things.
I agree with you. I think podcast has opened a door for a lot of us. Once you become a streamer, you have most of the gear and accessories needed to kind of jump into that arena. And I've started a podcast with a good friend of mine. It comes out once a week, and it's by streamers for streamers, and we're talking about a variety of streamer topics, the tech gear that goes along with it, and then sometimes we have special guests on. And so once you kind of find your lane or niche, or figure out what you want to talk about, you're already on camera, you're already used to talking and having conversations. So it makes perfect sense that you're jumping into this and it feels good and you're in a comfortable spot. So I'm glad to hear you're doing a lot of and I'm not gonna lie, I low key be stalking you all over the place, and I be watching you do podcasts all over the place. Be like, what is he doing today? Oh, he's over here today. Okay, let me peep out this one. I've heard some really good podcasts and conversations that you've had in the last few months, and you know, uh, I'm nobody, but I'm very proud of you as a fellow streamer and content creator to kind of see your growth and what you're working on.
First of all, you are somebody. Second of all, I appreciate that. I feel like personally, me outside looking in, I feel
Hmm.
like I've gotten better at these podcasts. Like I know when I first started, I'd be like, what to start off with, what to talk about. Do I really want to
Yeah,
do this? Let's just do something else. Like that was
yeah,
my thoughts in the beginning, but then it became a thing where I would do more and more and I would get used to it and I would get more comfortable, and that sound effect definitely happened. I always forget to turn it off when I do my podcast. But yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. You guys are truly amazing. Uh Yeah, and I just the thing with podcasts, like I said, it helps people kind of
hmm,
talk about different topics, and you kind of really get to know people more when they
yeah,
talk. They can actually
yeah,
focus on chat if that's what
yeah,
they want. Because every podcast is different. I kind of just like I kind of talk to the chat, but I also kind of focus on the people that are in the box, as they say in the podium. So like I just I
yeah.
want people to get to know you, and I want people to kind of like know like what we talk about and stuff. So like
Right.
for those that may not know you, you already introduce yourself. What are some things that you like to do, like far as like gaming wise? Like what are your go-to games and what stuff that you like to talk about like what are your like focus, like what are your goals for this year?
This year I've made all my goals. Heavily reliant on myself, right? I don't think we should have goals that are dependent on viewers or chatters and things like that. Like, how many followers can I get? How many subs can I get? All my goals are based off of me. So my number one goal was just being consistent, right? Continue to be consistent. If I'm scheduled to stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, make sure that I'm able to do that more often than not. Things happen, life be life in, as my friend likes to say, but make sure that I'm there at my scheduled time and I'm on time because I'm treating this like it's a business. It's a part of my career, something that I really respect, and so I'm always there on time. I start my stream 3 minutes ahead of time, 3 to 5 minutes ahead of time, so that when I hit the hour mark, my stream is already live. You can see my face, and so things like that. Other goals that I had was, become more business minded, read a few books and things like that. I want to take my streaming to the next level, and I want to be prepared in case an opportunity comes along where I'm able to capitalize on a sponsorship or brand deal, and I want to be able to charge them correctly, make the money that I need, and then give away some gifted subs to my community. So things like that. I have a whole list of things that's a part of my goals. If you give me 1 second, I think I can find it. But I created quite a
Yes,
few for this year that I thought were important for myself. But all my goals are always around things that I can actually take control of. Let's see, content creator
quick question.
goals. Go ahead.
How long have you been streaming for altogether?
2 years. I just hit my 2 years. February 1st, I celebrated and I gave away some gift cards. And I never, I always say this, and I never expect the kind of turnout or people to come by. And some people come because they're hustling gift cards, right? But a lot of my friends came by. We had drinks in Discord. We played games. They stayed afterwards. They had stories to share. And I'm always like, y'all sure y'all here for the right person? So 2 years. But I really didn't get any traction until the most recent 6 months, right? And
Mhm.
that's when I started to really, dig into figuring out how to stream. And I'm still struggling, and it's ups and downs, but really, I started seeing growth in that last 6 months. So that first year and a half,
Mhm.
all struggle streams, I think, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm all over the place. I'm not looking at the camera. And now, like from our last podcast to this podcast, now I'm looking directly into the camera like I'm looking at you, right? So things
Mhm.
change for me quite a bit as I continue to grow. So I broke my goals out into short, medium, and long term goals, right? So
Mhm.
short term is continue to stream consistently, one change a week in my stream. So fix something, add something, create something. Take healthy breaks from Twitch when needed. So take breaks like with my family when I'm supposed to. Notify my Discord and my community when I'm taking those breaks. If I'm not feeling well, go ahead and take a sick day. Things like that. Things that I would do at my normal job. Medium term goals, Discord tech sessions, and I didn't waste any time. I started doing that immediately last year. So I created this like early in December, and I started doing that early in December immediately. So I do Tech Wednesdays in Discord where people can come in, ask tech questions. I can help them with OBS stuff. I can help them with graphics. I can help them with some of the locally hosted bots, writing code, or whatever it is that they may need help with. I do on Wednesdays. It's one day where people can come in and ask whatever they want, shoot the shit, hang out, ask questions, whatever it is. You can do it on Wednesday because I was spinning my wheels just trying to help people all the time. And I was taking away time from my family. So I started doing that immediately. I'm doing a little bit more community events, double down on supporting my other large and small content creator friends. So I'm asking them to be on my friends on the podcast that we have, or I'm just hanging out in their streams a little bit more and being more supportive. I talked about investing in me, reading some motivational and business books. Uh, I, I'm glad I'm reading this because I said that I would create a media kit, and I have not done that yet to kind of talk about my numbers. Proactively engage with other streamers that do interviews and or podcasts. So that would be one of those things. I didn't reach out to you, but the minute you became available, I was like, "Yo, I wanted to do something with you." Long-term goal: get better at logging and planning content creation ideas. I've done that as of recently. I just put it in my notepad and kind of actively act on some of my long-term goals. I mean, some of my ideas, and then work
Mhm.
on my niche for YouTube. No, work on my niche long-term YouTube video. So I haven't started that. So I wanted to revisit my YouTube channel, start jumping back on that. I have a small idea that I want to do for it, but those were my goals. All things that I can actively do, I can take control of, and I can, empower my own self. And I don't depend on anybody for my goals. Like, am I going to hit 5,000 followers? Nah, fuck that. I'm going to do the work. And if I get to that number, cool. If I don't, cool. But here are the things that I'm changing about me to make myself more marketable and potentially grow my business. So
Yo,
that's it.
see, that's what I'm talking about. That right there is what everybody should take a page and start writing down. Like that, that's it. Like once people stop worrying about how many subs and how much donations and how many
Hmm.
bits and follow, like once people just forget about all of that and just start having fun,
Yeah.
that's when it really starts to happen. That's when they start to pop off, and that's when big things start to happen because they don't worry about all of that. They just, they can people can feel the energy. Like people can see it and they can feel it. And when they
Yeah.
see that you're having fun and you're not worried about none of that aspect of it, like none of the financial stuff, that's when they start to come through and start to show love and support. So that's a great mindset. And
Well, I,
honestly,
I wanted to add to that. I have started thinking about the financial aspect of it, right? Not to say like I need 100 subs from streaming, but how do I make streaming profitable and turn it into some type of business? So when I do have an opportunity, I know how much to charge people for sponsorship deals and things like that. Or if, my goal is to, get 100 subs, what is it that I need to put in place? Do I need to put an incentive in place where if we hit this 100 subs or 200 subs or whatever it is, we get to do this exciting thing. You guys wanted me to camp outside. I'll go camp outside. You guys wanted me to hang upside down from my ankles on the ceiling. Guess what? If we hit this fun goal, I'm gonna do it. If but
mhm,
I have to put my mindset uh, I have to change my mindset and think of it more of as a business versus I'm just doing this thing because I'd like to stream long for a longer period of time as a career. And so I have to figure out how to make money from it. And so I'm not saying like make it your goal to, get 2,000 subs or 300,000 like Kai, but, think about it from that business aspect so that you can make money. So,
Right. You know, like when I first started streaming, which was 4 years ago,
mhm.
I was oh, we're discussing, just different topics, talking about, M West. He introduced himself. You can always go back on the vibes and check it out. But really great guy. I met him through TikTok. He posted a lot of videos, and I was like, what caught me off guard was how he talked to the people, like pretty much very educated wise. I am one to like I'm all over the place. I'm either if I want to see hype, I want a lot of hype. If I want
Yeah.
something very educational, I want something that's gonna just blow my mind. Like, damn, I didn't know that. Like, that's good stuff. And honestly, you caught me off guard. Very educational, very good. And I was like, you know what? I like the way he speaks. His camera is crisp. The lights are just all over the place, looking like a party. I'm like, yo, I rocks with him. M West,
Yeah.
I'm following that guy. And next thing you know, we cool as hell. So, if you guys haven't followed M West, man, check him out, man. Real good people, I promise you. You won't be disappointed. When you pull up, you say something, he gives you that acknowledgement off the rip, and I love it, man. Not many people have that key. I feel like that's very important. Whenever people go in your stream and say, "Hey, what's up?" or "How you doing?" Just any little thing, give them give them that acknowledgement off the rip, yo. I promise you, it would make you that much of a better streamer if you acknowledge people that go in there, and that is a gift. Not many
You
people
know
do that.
you know why I'm laughing?
Why?
Because, if anyone ever comes by my stream and you say it in such a nice way, but really when people come into my stream, I yell out, "Get fireworks in that ass," and then I cause make fireworks go up. So, yeah, I'm 100% acknowledging you, but I'm doing it in a goofy way. That's a part of my stream, so it makes me laugh whenever people are like, "Yeah, this guy, he always, make sure that he greets us and all that stuff," and I'm always thinking like, I don't know if they know what they're ready for when they get fireworks up their butt, but like, "Why is it in my butt? Why are you doing it on or near my butt?" Like, I don't know, man. I just thought it was funny.
And honestly, it is. My thing is not to be uh, what's harsh on it, but I like
Mhm.
when people are unique, and
Yeah,
that is what you call unique. It isn't something that's like, follow the trend, which I mean, I'm not going to knock it. I mean, if it works, it works. But if you do something that's going to stand out, that's different, that people are going to like, that's it. Like in the business aspect of this, like you want to stand
yeah,
out from everybody
yeah,
else. So, you don't want to say what somebody else says. You don't want to copy and paste what somebody
yeah.
does or dresses. You want to be you. You want to do things that kind of make you separate from the crowd. And that's what you do. Believe it or not, man, I look at a lot of work you do and I look up to you. You may say you look up to me, but I look up to you, and that's facts.
To just be, like, fully transparent, when I first started streaming, I was very, quiet. I didn't want to offend, and so, I didn't let my personality out just yet, and it took me quite a bit of time to where I found a place where I was comfortable being me on camera, and, you don't wanna say the wrong things, and you don't know who's watching, and I'm worried about cancel culture, and now I'm in a place where I have my community and friends, and they know, like, I try to have these open discussions with them about, some of these more harder topics sometimes. We have fun, but they kind of know I'm a genuine person. And so if someone's like, "Yo, why did you light fireworks in my butt? That doesn't make any sense." I don't mean it in that way. It's a party every time you come in. It's a celebration. I'm nice. Hang out for a little bit, and you'll see that we're a good community, and we're just trying to really enjoy ourselves. But yeah, it was a struggle to kind of be unique, be myself, and be okay with that. And sometimes people take that for granted, and sometimes trolling and things can get out of pocket, or people come in and say racist things. And I take the good with the bad, and have to really have a thick skin to be able to deal with it, get them out of there, and then continue just being myself and having fun, and not letting them stop the too lit party in me from happening. Right? That I,
Right.
I think that's something that you've been able to do good. you have this party vibe. You've been able to promote it, celebrate Too Lit, and just be a fun guy. But at the same time, you've been able to talk about more serious topics and do a lot of fun podcasts with a lot of different people.
That's true. I've been doing this for 4 years, and
Mhm.
I think about everything that I've been through, and it's like when I
Yeah.
first started on Mixer, I
Mhm.
was hype. I was all about about hyping everybody else's community up, and then like
Mhm.
a couple of my people were like, "Man, you should start up your own team, your own community," and then I did that and never looked back. Like I just feel like I really appreciate those that gave me that encouragement to just be like, hey, I should make my own team, my own group. For years, I was always a
Right.
follower and never a leader. And I can admit that. And making my own community and having people look up to me and always wanting to hang out with me, like that meant something to me. People
Yeah.
coming to me, telling me, personal things that I would not tell anybody else.
Right.
Um, ask me for suggestions and how to better their stream, how to grow their communities, what can they do to be a better streamer. They have always asked me things, and me just being able to tell them and give them my best suggestions and it work out has meant a lot. People have even came forward and told me that I have saved their lives
Dang.
talking to me, and that hits like no other. And it's amazing, and I love everybody, and I just try to treat everybody how I want to be treated, and that's with love and respect. I'm not,
Right.
I can be a fun troll, but I'm not a disrespectful person. I wouldn't want nobody to treat me with disrespect. But you're right, you have to have thick skin in this business because there's a lot
Yeah.
of haters out there, and if you don't have thick enough skin, they can break you, and once broken, it's pretty much a wrap. So you just got to have that thick skin and keep going, keep pushing, don't give up and just take it as it is. And like I
Right.
said, I am around a lot of people that have my back, that give me great suggestions, and here we are. How's it going, Foxy? How's everybody in the chat doing? I just want to say that I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I got mad love for y'all. And if you guys could follow my guy M West, I would gladly appreciate it. This guy is so amazing. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. Go into his chat one time, and I promise you, it'll be an experience that you ain't ever had before.
Oh, man.
But I mean, I just technology wise, like just everything, like you seem like you know a lot about a lot of stuff. And I tell you, man, this guy, if you guys don't know him too much about the tech world, I definitely would suggest hitting Mr. M West up. This guy, he has a really good community, and if you guys join his Discord, which I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind putting his link in there, that'll be great, man.
Oh, sure.
Join his community, man. He's really good people.
Oops. So like with the tech thing, my mission statement, or I guess my mission has always been to let me grab this invite. It's always been pretty simple. I started streaming and I had to learn all this stuff, and I'm not good at anything, but I get really obsessed and focused with things until I learn it really well, and then I try to share it with people. And so my goal has always been to, okay, I learned all of this stuff. Some stuff I had to pay for, but guess what? I'm going to flip it and I'm going to take and pass everything on. And I've been using technology to build friendships. Like, oh, you don't know how to do this? My very first friend that now we're doing a podcast together, and I met a lot of people in his network. It was like he needed to learn how to stream on Apple. OBS didn't necessarily work good for it. There was a beta version, and I've just been able to do that all over the place. Like, oh, you need help with this, or you need help with that, or I can make this for you. And I continue to grow my reach. And I wasn't good at talking to large audiences, but I was really good at talking to people one on one, making jokes, getting to know them really well. And that's kind of how I kind of hopped around the community, just like, okay, I can help you with this. Let me make this for you. Oh, this isn't working. And it just kept growing from there. I'll paste the link. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to paste links in your chat though.
You should, because I had it to where did it
Yeah,
not
the
work?
bot. Yeah, the bot deleted me. about
Okay, let
technology.
m alright, let me can I cop it from your,
I'll whisper to you. Let me see if I can whisper. Dang, I don't even know how to whisper anymore.
yeah, I thought I at one point in time, I thought I had it fixed to where my VIPs could at least
It's
so I'll get it right eventually. Okay, there we go. I think this should work. Yeah. Alright, so y'all check out that Discord, join it, and, show some love to my boy M West, man. Really great guy. His community is really nice, opening and welcoming, and really chatty too. So, I know I kind of been like on a break, haven't really been too hyped in other people's discourse, but I tell you, you go in there and you talk, they'll greet you. It's always a good time. Everybody
Thank you,
knows
man.
that I've been a really busy bee here lately, but I need to slow my roll and just kind of yeah, my thing is I've been going full throttle, and I have learned that it is okay to take breaks. It is okay
Yeah,
to not be in everybody's stream 24/7. It is okay to focus on your content, because I mean, if you think about it, if you want to excel, if you want to be a greater content creator, you have to take that time off
right.
to come up with ideas, come up with topics, and come up with different
Mhm.
things that's going to get people wanting to come around. Like, like say for example, if we were to do like a collaboration and be like, like a giveaway or something, that would
Mhm.
have everybody like, oh, like I'm with it. Like I want sign me up. A tournament, you know,
Yep.
that gets people intrigued, and that gets people very very like, okay, I'm interested, sign me up. So like we had a Mario Kart tournament, but because of timing and just the time that it was at, I had a big collaboration earlier that day, and I had to get my hair done, which I didn't even get to do that, but I fell asleep because I was just so worn out from that. Yo,
Right.
I will say Rossberger, he put me up to the challenge. We did a good collaboration, and it was about 6 hours of DBD, and everybody knows I play about an hour or two of that game, and I'm just done for. But 6 hours on that game, and I made it. I was
Yeah.
struggling at the end though, but I did it.
Quite a bit. That's quite a bit, man.
It's a drainer, that's for sure. Anybody that can play that game and stream it for 3-4 hours plus, I take my hat off to you. I salute you, because that is,
Yeah.
man.
It's a hard
But
game.
it is. Have you ever played it?
I have a lot of friends that play Dead by Daylight. A good friend in my community, Mr. Angry Troll, plays it, and I watch him play. I feel like I've played it, but no, I've never picked it up and played it myself. But it's cool to watch other folks play it.
I mean, it is a cool game to play. I definitely suggest, if you ever do play it, don't play solo. Always have a team, because it makes the experience that much better. Whether they're
Gotcha.
laughing or joking, or helpful, teaching you how to play. But yeah, I definitely
Mhm.
suggest playing with three of your people. Even if you play, what's that mode? Kill with your friends. Uh, you can be the killer. You can learn how to be a killer, or you can learn how to be a survivor. Like either way, I mean, it's a pretty cool
Mhm.
thing. But me, I personally rather play like where I can get my XP, my points, because I'm all about that. But if
Right,
my
right.
friends really want me, I'll do that. But yeah, man, it's look, DVD. They love that DVD. So the
Yep.
community, I so my thing was, so I'll talk about a different game too. So Fortnite. So
Okay.
everybody, when I first kind of like started my community, it was pretty much just open world. Like anybody, we had any games we would collab with or play, but it
Mhm.
was like when Fortnite decided to go no build, zero build, I got
Yeah.
hooked.
Yep,
I
yep.
got hooked, And then once I got hooked, it was like everybody started seeing me stream it more and more. And then it was
Mhm.
like everybody started adding it to their resume. Everybody started adding it to their streams. Like everybody started playing Fortnite.
Right.
Everybody started, getting down with it. And the community kind of just became a Fortnite kind of community. Like we all knew like we like our scary games, our survival games, and our sports games and stuff, but Fortnite was like that next big thing. Zero
Right.
build. It got hooked and I love the game. Like that's my go-to game. I have
Mhm.
also gotten into Fall Guys. That's another good game. Have you played that one?
Mhm. Yeah, I played Fall
That
Guys. I played a little Fortnite, and my son's he was a sweaty Fortnite player. Like he can build the crap out of some stuff, and he says this term that we fight about all the time. He says he can float you. So I guess he can build platforms underneath your feet, so it's almost like you're floating. So
Dang.
he's that type of kid, and I originally started streaming with my son because he's such a sweaty player, and we
Oh
were gonna
my.
stream Fortnite. So if you pull clips from me, or sometimes when I get a shout out, it'll be my son and be like, "Wes, that's you?" Be like, "No, that's my son." And in his room, I have LED lights around the ceiling. I had cameras and things on him, and so I'm familiar with Fortnite
Yo,
and Fall Guys, and I get into a little bit of everything.
man, what can you not do? Like that's the real question here. Like this guy is amazing, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here staring at your camera and I'm looking at my camera. I just want to throw my camera out. Like I don't even want my camera no more. Like, yo, I'm done. I'm over it.
Well, I've always been into tech, so I've been collecting cameras and gadgets and things. So like when COVID hit, I just was like, okay, I have a bunch of stuff. Let me mix and match and bring this here and do this, and then things that you don't have, you kind of build out. So it's been over the course of 2 years, but I was doing like action camera reviews on YouTube. I
Oh
would
wow.
I had like a podcast with a friend called This Week in the Street where we talked about current events and topics where I had a full on green screen and I was, really into editing. So there's a lot of things that kind of all lent itself to streaming. And it was just like the perfect thing for me to try out where I'm only dependent on me. I just have to show up and I had a bunch of tech laying around to get started. So perfect thing.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like that's my next that's my next thing that I'm going to be investing in is a camera. Like I feel like I got everything I needed. I just over the time I kind of just like put everything together. So like my gaming laptop, should I say,
Mhm.
took a fart. It was done for, and I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I didn't know, and this is just to tell you how bad I don't know my hardware. So I was told that I could upgrade my PC, which was pre-built. I didn't know that was a thing. So
Mhm.
I started buying parts for it. I bought a motherboard, I bought a graphics card, and I also got what is this?
Yeah.
RAM,
Yeah.
processor, SSD. Like I bought all of that, and this bad boy is basically a whole new PC. Like
Yep. 100%.
and I was just like, wow, like really? Like if I would have known that, I would have been upgraded my PC. Like this
Yeah.
thing does wonders. Like, wow. I love this PC now.
Yeah. I think the PC is underrated, a underrated piece of tech for streaming that people don't really talk about. Or you have your PC nerds that like, oh, my PC is this, or I have this graphics card and things like that. But when it comes to streaming, understanding your PC and what went into it, I thought was super important. I started streaming on a Mac, and then I decided I would build a PC. And the only reason why I decided to build a PC versus buying a pre-built was so that I can understand the parts that go into it. And so understanding the motherboard and the power supply and the RAM and the CPU and GPU and how all of those things connect with OBS and the NVENC and the SSD and blah blah blah, a bunch of technical stuff. But now I've been able to take my learnings from building my PC and then help other people and troubleshoot or try to at least figure out, or you're not doing this, or you're missing this, or here's what you should be adding to your PC. So I think I love that you went back and kind of built up your PC, and now you have a good understanding. Okay, well, this is messed up. This is what I need to fix. This is what I need to change. Or "Yo, you need to get more RAM because this is how RAM benefited me," and so you can kinda speak to it now, and so, I don't do, like, they call it the e-wiener, like, who has the best stuff, but how is the stuff that I have, how can you utilize it in your stream to make sure that your stuff looks and runs good? And that's the conversation I like to have, a lot.
Oh yeah. Um, Once I learned everything that I needed to
Yeah.
learn to get this PC up and going, like, cause like uh the pre-built, like the specs of that versus the laptop that I had, that laptop was running laps around that PC.
Mm,
And if a laptop is better than a PC, oh my goodness,
yeah,
it's just bad business. So then, when I found out that you could upgrade pre-builts as well as like, builds and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get what
yeah,
I can afford. And it wasn't like, I wouldn't say cheap stuff, but it wasn't like top tier either. But it was like just
right,
right in the
right.
middle. And I'm proud of it. It
Yep.
loads up really fast. I can have several tabs. I can be in Discord. I can have my camera on and
Mhm.
still showcase like videos, movies, and games that I'm playing. So like it's awesome, man. When you can get stuff like that, which I gotta say I owe a lot to the community because there has been times where like my TV, like okay, so like when I moved, my 4K TV that I originally had broke, but then the community helped out and got me a monitor. So things like that. They also helped me get a Switch,
Dang, okay.
the new Xbox. So I mean, if you think about it, when you have a great community like that, like there's no telling,
Yeah.
like there's no limit to what you can do. Like I can give great praise to all those out there. Like,
Yep.
it's just, you work hard and you kind of get what you do, the hard work you put in, it eventually comes back.
You
And I
kinda
always
reap
try to
what
get
you
back.
sow.
That's true. You reap what you sow. And I've been doing it for 4 years, and I've been trying to teach and help others. And like I know, like when you first start off, like you don't think that it's possible. That's the mindset. A lot of people, they see other people, they want to stream, and then when they finally stream, they start getting discouraged. But then
Yeah.
I encourage them to keep going. I try to give them that motivation to keep pushing and don't quit because when Mixer first closed down, a lot of people were trying to find a new home. A lot of people were going to Facebook gaming. Some people came here.
Yeah.
Some people went to Trovo. Some people just went to YouTube. Some people even gave up.
Mhm.
And you know, uh, I just
Mhm.
I was one of them people that was just like, I will not give up. I won't.
Right.
I can't. So I was here and I had other platforms. People told me about
Mhm.
TikTok. I was like, okay, so how do you go live? Well, you got to have 1,000 followers. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so let's see how that goes. I eventually got that, and then anybody that was really serious about getting 1K followers on TikTok, I would help them. I would give them suggestions on what they could do to get to
Mhm.
1K. I feel like I've gotten over 1K on everything, but there's one particular platform that I feel like I gotta have it. There's no way around it. YouTube. YouTube has my mind. Like I feel like I can get that. I have everything
Yeah.
else, but YouTube is where my main focus is right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not impatient for it, but I know. So here's the thing. I feel like there's always improvement for a streamer. There's always
Mhm.
improvement for content
Mhm.
creators, but I feel it in my heart that I got what it takes to be a partner.
Yeah. I can 100% see it. But are
And I
you
can
ready? Are you ready for it to like all the stuff? Like we always hear about people becoming partners, but like once you become partner, the grind doesn't stop. It just intensifies, right? So you
oh
have
yeah.
a large group of people that are following you, that look to you, people that want to like use you and get you to collab and different things. So I feel like there's an extra level of stress that comes with being a partner. So are you ready for it?
I mean, honestly, I feel like everything they do, I can do. I
Okay.
feel like I've been doing this for quite some time, so I
Mhm.
know once they get partnered, like once you get partnered, like the grind definitely intensifies. So, I'm ready for that. I felt like if I would have done this a long time ago, I probably could have been where some of these cats are now.
Yeah.
I feel like, when the opportunity presents itself, it's just kind of like, when they get discovered, it's just like, bam, like fireworks, like I feel like
Mhm.
a lot of us haven't been discovered. So like, it's all about discovery. So like what can
Yep.
we do to get discovered? Because I feel like once people go into my channel, once people see my streams, they're like, yo,
Yeah.
this guy is it. I like this
Yep.
guy. But what can you do to get those people to go into your stream? Sometimes I hate to say it, but people won't check you out until they see that you have a large amount of views. Like I've noticed that that is a thing. When they have 15 to 30 people in your stream, they're gonna go in there just to see what the hype is all about. Versus
Mhm.
one or two people, they'll be like, "Oh, they got one or two people.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep scrolling down. Oh, this person's got 50 people. Let me see what they're talking about." Like,
Yep.
I know, and that's the thing that many people may not talk about, but I feel like they know. Like sometimes supporting, uh, it can be tricky, and I just sometimes it ain't support ain't it until it's a trend, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I've asked around, and the answers I got still doesn't resonate with me. So they say Twitch doesn't have discoverability, but if I have 20 or 30 people watching my channel, and then people are actively chatting, and then there's some kind of way I get recommended by people, then more people come in. Then, like you said, there's some FOMO where people are like, "Yo, what's going on over there?" Because I see the group building. So the more people I have, the more people that are coming to check me out, and they were saying that you get recommended to friends of friends of friends of friends or something like that, and I'm like, okay, if that's what you guys are saying, but I feel like sometimes it has a little bit to do with like what you're saying, that they see something actively going on in there, or Twitch is like kind of bumping you or recommending you to more people. So there's a little bit of discoverability and a bit of crowd or buzz or something that's happening while you're getting those extra people coming in.
Right. Because I can tell you a couple of things that they've added. I don't know if you know, but you can now tag people on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like I said, I learned a lot of things, and like I see some of the features that they add. So I do see that they are trying. It might not be to the best of what people want it to be, but they are trying to, they're trying to add more discoverability on Twitch. Just like YouTube, just like any other platform, they're trying to add different things that'll get people recognized. And I always tell this to people: never settle for one thing. Always put your medias out on everything. You got TikTok, YouTube,
Mhm.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Like there's so many different platforms that you can use to get discovered. So like I keep preaching it, just don't
Yeah.
settle for one platform. Always put, multiple, like, one thing that I've been seeing here a lot lately is editing. I don't know how to edit no videos. Like everything you see is just raw, uncut footage. Like I don't take nothing out. I just let it run its course and I play it. And if I happen to see anything I like, I'll clip that and then put it in. But far as like how everybody has like those fancy intros or outros and highlights, I don't ever do any of that. I feel like once I learn to do that, I feel like I pretty much have just about everything mastered. I know, as far as equipment goes, I probably work on a new camera, a fancy camera. Other than that, I feel like I have everything it takes. I just think it's all about discovery.
Well, two things I want to say. Every Friday night, I gather all the Twitch news and information, and I present it to my community. So I call it the West Side Recap. And so, like the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of my stream, I go through every single new update, change, modification from Twitch. I saw a lot of people covering this information on TikTok in a short form, and I don't always agree with how they convey or explain some of these new features, or how sometimes they can make Twitch seem like it's a lot worse than it is. And so I like to give people a little bit longer form and discuss it with them. So when you were
Yeah,
mentioning that, the tagging people, I talked about it last Friday or the previous Friday, and I tagged a friend that had brought it up, and I go through each news item, each new change that Twitch has made piece by piece so that I can inform my community because I think it's important that we all know what's happening and how to utilize these things better. So I do that. And then number two, I was just talking about this today, and it's not a hot take, but it's just something that I'm angry about, and I don't know how to explain to people. So like I hear people say, I don't know how to edit. It's like the hot thing that's going on out there, man. And really, editing is you already can do it if you can turn on OBS. You can edit it like you cut a video here and you cut a video there. Your video's done. And the longer you do it, just like with anything else, the more you stream, the more you ride a bike, the more you work out, you eventually pick up on some of the tips and tricks and some of the cool things. But really, it's just cutting here, cutting there, and pushing it out. Cutting here, cutting there, and it couldn't be more simpler than that. And a lot of the fancier things are things that people think that you need, like, oh, you need to have letters and a cool intro and this flying in and that flying in. How much time do you have to really spend on creating really intricate videos versus, you're already doing a podcast, you're already streaming, you're already networking, you're managing your community, you're managing your too lit um business, and now you're spending hours and hours on editing? Or do you want to be able to cut it in a few spots, add some music and push it out on social media and kind of let it rock out? Because really people's attention span is so short. They're not spending lots of time. So long as you grab their attention quickly, it kind of looks nice, they can hear you, that's it. So I feel like I constantly hear this editing buzzword, and it's like, yo, bro, Twitch is coming out with stuff to help you to edit. Vertical plugin is available in OBS so that you don't have to edit that much, and it's already in the format and it looks even nicer. So there's really just a few cuts and some music and then maybe some captions that you add, and you're halfway done. Like, I don't want people to feel discouraged. Don't let editing be that thing that stops you from putting your content out there when there's so much more easier ways for you to get that content out there now. And it almost comes so neatly packaged for you that really you're just cutting stuff. So yeah, sorry about the long rant, but I just
Oh
want
no, no,
people to know,
no.
like, don't let editing stop you because it's available and it's a lot easier than you think.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like there shouldn't be anything that stops them. I mean, I know,
Yeah.
IRL, those kind of things, understandable,
Hmm.
but don't let it be like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't have a fancy camera, or I don't have
Yep.
a nice microphone, or I don't have the cool overlays, or I don't have the cool,
Hmm.
scenes where, I switch, the transition scenes and all of that. I don't have
Yeah.
all of that, the low, like, don't let that, it comes in time. I promise you. I did not get none of these cool things in a month. I didn't get all these cool things in, you know, a year. Like, it comes in time. Like, the more you
Yep.
invest in the community, the more you invest in your streams, it naturally just happens. So, for those that think that you have to have all of that fancy stuff, you don't. All you need is a cell phone. At this point in time, all you need is a cell phone. You can go live,
Hmm.
make your account, hit the go live, bam. It always
Yeah.
takes time for anything. I agree with that, Tiff. I
I,
agree with that.
I'm kind of mixed on some of this, but I'll agree with you. Mostly. So I feel like sometimes having a nice camera or a nice mic or having being so people can hear you is important. But having some of the nicer high end stuff is just nice to have. It's like a fresh haircut or you freshly getting your hair braided. You feel good, you feel confident. So you operate with a sense of confidence. All right, I'm gonna get out here and I know I got high quality. However, when you look around at the big streamers, the partners and all of that stuff, they got a big ass square in the bottom of the corner and no fancy overlay, no crazy transition. It's just them. They are the product. They are highly entertaining, engaging. You want to see what they're doing next. You're involved in their life. It'd be like, man, I want to see what Kai is doing. Oh, he's just sleeping. 28,000 people watching you sleep and just gifting subs, right? So it's like all the stuff that we're doing as streamers and we're building all these overlays is to kind of make us pop and stand out. But really, it's like, how do you build a brand around you? How do you become more engaging? You don't really need any of that stuff. What's the other guy's name? The one that sung that song, the soccer song. I can't remember his name, but his stuff. He's on YouTube and his stuff looks horrible, but he's engaging, and you want to see what dumb thing he's gonna do next. And so, like you were saying to your point, don't waste your don't spend a lot of time figuring out how to get the best camera or the best this or the best that. Figure out how to talk, how to engage, how to be fun on stream, how to be yourself, let your personality shine through. Yeah, and you can get those other things and they can help with your confidence, but really it's you that's the selling point. People come to see you, and that's it.
I agree. See,
Uh,
and I was just having this conversation with a couple of streamers a few days ago, and even yesterday. When streaming, people are 9 times out of 10 are there for you, not the
yeah.
game,
Yep.
not for not for anybody. They're in there for you.
Yep.
That other stuff is just extra. And I'm
Mhm.
telling people like always engage with the chat, always checking on the chat. Nobody, for those and this is just me being honest. A lot of my friends they play Warzone, and I get on their ass every time because when I go in
Mhm.
there, they already know I'm gonna give them 10 seconds, and if they don't say
Mhm.
anything within that 10, I'm out. I'll be like lurk or I'll give them shit and then I'm out. And
Yeah.
that's just me being honest. But I mean, they already know like when playing those kind of games, like we're there for them. But hey, how long does it take to look at that chat? Like you get knocked down, that's the perfect time to look at the chat. When
Yeah.
you get killed or when you're reloading, that's perfect examples of when you can take a chance to look at that chat. But a lot
Yeah.
of them, man, it's just they be so stuck on that game. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I honestly think this is where some of the technology or some of like the locally hosted bots, like the Mix It Up, the Streamer bot, the Fire bot, or the bots come in handy. So when you come into my chat, your emotes rain down, right? So I've already got a little bit of time, and then after that, a notification pops up in chat that says "Welcome," and it gives you like a specialized shout out, tells me what game you were last playing. It buys me a little bit more time. And so by the time I'm done chatting or if I'm looking at the game or whatever I'm doing, I'm like, okay, all these things happen. This person kind of feels welcome. Then I look up and like, oh, welcome, Big J. Also get fireworks in your ass. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for
Hey.
stopping by. How's your day going? And then so I've already greeted you in like 3 or 4 different ways. And so all those things buy me a little bit of time. But again, like you're saying, it's important to acknowledge people, make sure they feel welcome. It's like someone coming into your house. I come into your house, I'm there for 10 minutes and Big J ain't said hello to me. Well, I'm out. What did I come over
Exactly.
for?
Right? Like
So,
I spent my time, I took my time to come to this guy's
mhm,
house, said what's up to
mhm,
him, and he's just
mhm,
staring at the TV. I'm out.
mhm.
I'm out.
Yep, yep, yep,
I'll let you another time, holler at me when you're in a better mood or something, but
yep,
it won't be no time soon.
yep. So I agree with you, and I understand what you're saying with the Call of Duty thing. And when I was playing Destiny last night, which is the first person shooter, it was hard to kind of speak to people. But I saw the things raining down. I saw the different things happening, and it all was opportunity. But like, okay, I'm stuck in this spot. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, back. What's going on? Okay, I hid behind a trash can. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'm playing Destiny. I'm super excited about it. My nerves are on edge right now, and just you can even explain it that way, and people are like, all right, he's tripping balls right now, but at least he at least said hello. He engaged with me, and then
Right.
they give you a little bit of space. But like, yeah, I agree. Greeting everybody is highly important and something that we should all actively do. And I'm not perfect at it, and sometimes I mess up. My friends tell me I don't read chat, but I'm growing and I'm trying to get better at content creation and being a streamer and talking to people. So yeah, it's all a grind and a learning lesson for all of us.
And you know what? And honestly, I can say as a friend, I'm proud of you. And as a content creator, I can also say I am proud of you and I look up to
Thank
you.
you.
I'm always wondering, what's the next move? I enjoy
Yeah,
our podcast, and
yeah,
there's just like there is no limit to this, man. I feel like we can all learn from each other, we can all elevate
yeah,
each other, and we can all just keep going up. Why go down? Why go backwards? Go forward, go up.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Totally agree with you.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
and Oh no, I was just it's been a journey, man. Like I've met some really great people and you're one of them. Like I've met like, oh 06 Chris,
Yeah,
my boy Saint Whisper. Like there's so many people I can name right now, but it'll take forever. But hey, they already know, like, you got Shiny Hero, you got Peaches and Queen, like all of those that I've met And some of them I've known in real life and just introduced them to people in the communities. Like,
Right.
that has always been cool too. Like Tiffany, I've known her for some years, and like I introduced her into the Twitch world, and like she comes in my chat from time to time, and she speaks, and she's a
Mhm.
she's a moderator, so she'll shout people out when she can and stuff. So that's the
Yep.
cool thing when you get that real life support versus like just the digital world
Yep. Yep.
support. And the thing is too, I have made some really great friends with people in the digital world and even met in real life. So, that's the whole cool thing. So that's why I'm so hyped about October. I have a mission to get fit for October because I'm going to TwitchCon
Let's go. In Vegas?
in Vegas.
Uh, I'm still iffy about it. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I'm traveling with your family is difficult, right? So we're taking a family vacation this year, and then TwitchCon is rolling around, and I can't go just by myself. I'd have to take my whole family, and I don't know if I am mentally prepared to go on two significant vacations with them. One, yes. Two, maybe not. So I'm still considering it. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go, but I'd love to go. I think it's a great opportunity, but I'm also scared because you have gambling and alcohol and a lot of people that don't necessarily know how to behave all the time. And I'm always worried about what can happen. And it's like, well, it's not me, so I shouldn't be worried. But Twitch is a platform that I stream on that represents me, that I represent. And then when something bad happens to the platform and I'm telling people to come on and watch it, they're like, oh, well, isn't it that website where it was a sex scandal? Like, yeah, it is. And so it just looks bad. So I want Twitch to have things in place, and having it in Vegas scares me a little bit more. And I don't think that they have those chaperones or Sherpas or people that could be like, yo, I know you guys are new. This is Sin City. Here's what you should be doing. Yo, I see you over there. You're getting a little lit. You need to bring it back over here. Head back to your room. I know you're an adult, but you're out of pocket right now. We want to.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
need people like that, and I'm not sure if
That
they'll have that there.
and you're honestly right. I mean, that's a whole different topic that we could probably even talk about on the next one.
Yeah,
TwitchCon,
yeah, yeah,
TwitchCons.
yeah.
Um, I just, I know that our original plan was to get as much Too Lit members out there and just have a
Hmm.
good time. Just
Yep.
meet up and go to TwitchCon and just live our life to the fullest. And I know when to calm down. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Yeah.
I just, I want to meet everybody from Too Lit. I want to meet everybody that I have met in other communities and maybe even people that I don't know. I look forward to all of that. I used to be that shy guy back in the day, but now I'm just outspoken. Like I go off the
Hmm.
energy. So like if I meet somebody, if they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Chit chatty, shake your hand, hug, I'm all about it.
Hmm.
But if they're kind of like quiet, awkward, I'm gonna be quiet and awkward. I'm pretty much a mirror. Like however you treat
Hmm.
me is how I'm gonna treat you. If you come up to me, "Oh, Big J, what's up?" Oh, my boy M West,
Hmm.
let's get it, man. Like let's have a drink. Let's talk about something. Let's
Hmm.
collab, man. Let's go live while we're here. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. I I think the to your point, one big thing that I got from streaming is like just the confidence in speaking more. I'm usually a quiet person, but I realized like you only have one life to live, and why not have fun while doing it? So I kind of just let it all hang out. But I'm still very respectful with people, and I don't give everybody the full me. I'm not making jokes with everybody, but if there's an opportunity to speak, to talk about something, to engage in some meaningful conversation, or to have some fun with somebody, I'll jump in. But I'm careful because people are crazy out there, super passionate, and they can be a bit much. And I'm from old school, like you can only call me so many names, and I'm ready to fight you. Not to say that I have soft skin, but like be careful. Twitch has taught me a
Yo,
lot of stuff, and people get out of pocket
yeah.
fast.
Oh man, it happens all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
and my thing is when people come out of pocket, when they come
Hmm.
sideways at you, it's like
Hmm.
you don't have to be in here. Like I just it blows my mind
Yep.
when all the hate comes to you. It's like I didn't ask you to come in here. Like why are you in
Yeah.
here trolling? Like why are you being disrespectful? Like I don't know. It's one of them things. Like like I wanted to talk to you about that earlier. Like
Mhm.
the whole thick skin. Like I remember when I used to like that was my biggest fear when I first started streaming was, oh, this guy's fat or this guy's
Mhm.
ugly or something. Like that was always my concern. I was always worried about handling that. Like how would
Right,
I
right.
handle that when somebody approached me with that super hate and negative vibe? Like I just, I was
Yeah.
always like, if somebody came at me like that, how would I handle it? Would I go off on them? Or would I just
Mhm,
laugh it off and then ban them? Like what
mhm.
one of those things I always prepared myself for. Now, I probably would laugh and just ban them. Like I don't even give them that acknowledgement. Like they come in with those hate raids and all of that stuff. Look,
Mhm. How do
that's
you deal
just
with it
that's
if
just
it's your friend, if it's someone that you're close to?
so if they're playing around like trolly or if they're
Like,
like
if Wes like, I'm pulling up to your streams, and I'm getting real disrespectful on a consistent basis, and you're like, "Alright now, Wes. Alright now, Wes. Yo, Wes, you need to bring it down a notch." What do you do then?
okay,
What's your approach?
okay, so to be honest, no one's ever approached me like that. But
Mhm,
my neck of the woods, how I was raised, you
mhm.
you can only get away with so much. So if somebody comes
Right,
in there coming at me disrespectful, I'm gonna be like, wait a minute, you good? Because if you're not, you might want to try again. Like see me in my next stream or something.
right,
But if it gets that wild, I probably would either put them in a timeout or ban them. It just
right,
depends on what they say. Like, honestly, I don't deal with a lot of stuff. I mean, every content creator handles their punishments in their own way.
right.
If anybody comes in, we all know, with any kind of racism or talking
Mhm.
about, things that they should not be talking about, off the rip getting banned. We don't play that around here. We have a safe space for our Discord, so anybody is welcome. We don't judge. But as soon as somebody starts out of pocket or being disrespectful, sayonara.
Well, for me, if it's someone that I don't know, I'll kind of ban them or boot them or block them or whatever. But what I've been trying to do as of lately, right? I've reached out to the said member or community person and be like, "Yo, I think you're getting a little out of control, right?" And the joke is less about having fun as a community and more about me or just being really negative or maybe something sexual. You need to bring it down a notch or there will be further repercussions. And it's not like I'm scolding you or I'm punishing you, but this is what it is. I'm getting complaints. We can't have this, right? I want to create it
Right.
much like you, a safe space. And so as an adult, as an older dude, it's like, it's either I don't want to be the type of person or streamer where I'm talking behind your back and we're going back and forth, or I'm coming up to your stream and I'm acting crazy with you. Look, this is what it is. Like it or don't like it. At least I was honest with you. I was upfront. This is how I'm feeling about it. And then you can move on and continue supporting, or you can leave. But the choice is up to you. But at this point in my life, I just want happiness and peace. And so I try to be honest and upfront with any community member, I think. Or it doesn't even have to be a community member, but a friend that or someone that's coming into my stream enough to where I have that relationship and I think it's worth me at least giving them a heads up before I just block them. So I try to be respectful and let them know. And if not, then, they're kind of out of there. But I like having those conversations to be an upfront and honest person instead of just being a dick and just, blocking them. But there are the
I
people
agree.
that I don't know where I just automatically, all right, you're out of here.
Automatic.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, if it's a good friend, if it's a friend, our
yeah.
family, somebody like that, you kind of want to give them that warning before it's just going off. And like, it's like, how many warnings do they have to get before they realize they're like out of pocket?
Yeah,
It's
like
like, you
one or
kind of,
two streams. That's it. That's all you get with me. One or two streams, and yo. Can I talk to you later? What are we talking about? I'm gonna call you on Discord. We're gonna figure it out. Hello? Yeah, you're acting crazy in stream. You need to bring it down a notch.
yeah. I mean, I guess you would say for the most part, no one's ever really
Huh?
came out of pocket.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just, for the most part, no one's ever really came out of pocket on my stream. Everybody that knows me hasn't, came in there like I guess you would say just like where you have to kind of call them out on it and be like, yeah, I got to talk to you later. If anybody needs anything or is going through something, they know to approach at a right time, right place, right time kind of thing. They know how to find me. Most of them are real
Mhm.
cool people. They got me on Discord, or if I know them for quite some time, or if
Right.
we've made that bond, they outside of Discord, So, if they ever need to reach me, they know how to get me. But yeah, there's usually no ruckus in my stream. It's usually no chaos or anything. It's
Yeah.
usually hype. Every now and then somebody might come in there not feeling good, but we uplift them. We hype them
Okay.
up. We give them a good experience, and they be like, I had a good time. You cheered me up, and that's why I was meant to do this. Like I want
Right.
to bring people together. Unity is a thing, and I'm all about it. I'm trying to bring all content creators together. Like no discrimination, none of that, no judgment. Everybody working together. I know it's a tough task, but it can be done.
Mhm. Yeah, my wife just came home, so we're getting closer to dinner time as we get
Hey,
later in the
hey,
evening.
it is
So
it
that's
is
she was kicking in the door a little bit and was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm just talking."
hey, you know what? Miss M West, it's a wrap. You know what? I appreciate it, man. Like for real, like I appreciate you,
Yeah.
hanging out and talking to me and the community, and
Mhm.
I look forward to the next one, man. You're always a great pleasure, and I'm always about it. If you ever want to include me on a podcast or co-stream or
Mhm.
anything like that, man, you know how to reach me. And anybody out there that's new that hasn't followed M West, make sure you check him out, man. Really great guy. Um, you'll love his energy. And yeah, till next time. Thank you, everybody.
I just wanna say one thing before we go. Well, number 1, sorry about being late. Kinda double booked and was dependent on another friend because 'cause I'm doing a podcast, so publicly, if we were late or Jay wasn't on time, it's my fault, and so sorry about that, Big J, and then also thank you for having me on, and I'm looking forward to doing something with '06 and Sainted Whisper and yourself again. It was, one of the highlights of, last year for me. I really enjoyed it. It really felt like something special. I know it takes quite a bit to kinda get the guys together like that, but, yeah, I'd love to team up with you guys again, and I think '06 is on a totally different path, and his new content is absolutely fire out there in these streets. You've been
Oh
on your
yeah.
YouTube movement stuff, and you've been really grinding at this podcast stuff, so, your whole, you know, how your hosting skills are totally different, and I feel like you're getting to this place. I feel the vibe now, and so you're getting better at that. '06 is doing different stuff. Saint and Whisper is always Saint and Whisper. He's a fun, energetic guy, and so I can't wait to work with you guys again. And again, I appreciate you so much, and thanks for letting me be on here and just kind of speak to your community.
Thank you, man. And like I said, the pleasure is there. And I look forward
Mhm.
to our next podcast and collaboration, man. M
Yeah,
West, everybody. Show love to my guy.
peace.
You have a good night, bro.
All right, you too, man. Take care.
All right, you
Bye.
too. All right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and raid out. Let me see if they're still streaming. Okay. All right. So I just want to say that I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through, showing love support. You guys are truly amazing. We are going to raid out. Let me see if I can get it right. That would be great. All right. Thank you guys for coming through. You already know what it is. Much love, and y'all have a great day. And yeah, stay lit.